I'm John Seigenthaler. Many Americans might be surprised to hear that American products are sold to Iran. I'm here with Associated Press investigative reporter Sharon Theimer, who's been looking into the growing value of American goods sold, even while President Bush has talked tough on Iran. Welcome, Sharon. Good to see you. First of all, I would be surprised to learn, I am surprised to learn that the amount of goods sold to Iran has really increased during the Bush administration. Tell me about that.
Well, the Bush administration is supporting a Clinton administration policy and also a congressional law that allows humanitarian goods and food and some clothing and medical gear to be sold to Iran despite the tough sanctions that deny military technology and other kinds of high-tech exports to Iran.
And yet, how long ago was it when the U.S. was sending something like $8 million worth of product to Iran?
The start of President Bush's administration in 2001.
And now?
Something like $158 million a year.
Well, how did this happen?
Well, the Bush administration points out that this is just a tiny, tiny fraction of America's total exports. You could argue that it is peanuts. The United States exported $1 trillion worth of goods last year, but they're politically loaded peanuts, and several of the people that I spoke with for this story were surprised to hear that we were selling anything, including cigarettes, which are really the top export over this time frame.
Talk about the companies that are involved in this.
Well, there are dozens who do business in Iran through their foreign subsidiaries. There's an exemption for that as long as no American is involved. Foreign companies are free to export to Iran. And Tyson Foods is one that has done business under the agricultural exemption. GE Healthcare is another one. BP Amoco is one. Pepsi says that, it may have products going over there.
So it's okay, it's legal?
Well, it depends. It depends. Companies whose products fall under one of these exemptions still have to get an export license to do it. And many companies have gotten in trouble over the past 7 years for failing to get export licenses, even when their products are legal.
Some of these companies have already taken some heat for doing business with Iran. Is it worth the political damage to a company to do this kind of business?
Well, the SEC found out last year that even companies who are doing business on the up and up with Iran don't necessarily want Americans to know about it. The SEC tried to put out a list of companies doing business and took such incredible heat for it that it almost immediately pulled that list down.
It's a politically hot topic and an interesting story.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
That's Sharon Theimer of Associated Press, and I'm John Seigenthaler.